This video is for all my nurses who are overworked, my girlies who are a little bit neglectful when it comes to their self-care and kind of needs to take a step back. And I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to stay on track with that. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to prevent burnout, especially for my nurses, even for my girlies that are just 9 to 5, work 9 to 5, and they are always working and they're a little neglectful when it comes to their self-care. This video is for you. I've been a nurse for almost 2 years now, and there's a lot of things that I literally went through. I've been through it all. I've been through the anxiety, I've been through the burnout, especially being in my first year. I learned a lot, so I'm jam-packing this video with tips on how to help you to stay on track and to prevent burnout and to prioritize your self-care. I was there. I was just like you a couple months ago. I was in a new environment. You're learning new things. You're around new people. All these changes can really go through your body and make you feel burnt out, like you are going through it a lot. You're still trying to navigate how to be a new nurse. So these are all tips that I recommend. The video is really speaking to my new grads, nurses that have been in the field for less than 1 year. This video is for you. If you're a new grad and you are just starting out, do not take on any overtime shifts for the first 3 to 6 months. Yes, I know we're graduating school and we're going into for some of us, our first job, but I would highly recommend to just take that time, take a step back and just learn. Do your regular scheduled shifts, go through your orientation. If it's a 3-month orientation, do your orientation, start working on your own, but stick to your scheduled shifts. Don't do anything outside of that. I know the money looks great, but I think you'll get burnt out faster because your body is not used to working so much. Once you kind of get into the groove of things and you're used to your unit after 3 to 6 months, then I would recommend starting to do that, because I did that before when I was a new grad and I got burnt out. So this is just to prevent you from getting burnt out. Now, as a new grad, I feel like it's so normal to be anxious. It's so normal to, when you first start a new job, you don't know a lot of things. You might feel very anxious. In terms of tips that I have to deal with that is one, for me, I think a lot of the anxiety stems from the unknown. If you don't know like a disease process, if you don't know what to do if a certain situation occurs, you're going to feel anxious. So take some extra time out of your day, maybe on your day off or maybe while you're at work, to research. Let's say there's a disease process, I don't know, that you are not familiar with, but it's maybe common in your patient population. Research that and research what the policies are, what the interventions that you would do. Get familiar with it so that you could be more competent and feel more confident, and hopefully that will help with your anxiety. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. I feel like when you're a new grad, you want everything to be like, you feel like you have to do everything, you have to prove yourself, but really people are receptive. Usually people are receptive to knowing that you are new, so you are going to need some extra help and you can't do everything on your own. If you do everything on your own, you're going to get burnt out. What I'm going to talk about is therapy. So I did this for not very long, but it is definitely an option. A lot of people that I know have tried it. You're transitioning from being a student who studying full-time to all of a sudden being a fully independent nurse with your license at stake, patients that are your responsibility. So with that being said, there's going to be a lot of pressure. There's going to be a lot of things to unpack there as you transition. And also, most of us are like 21, 22 when they graduate school or older. So you're transitioning into adulthood. All these things can cause you to feel anxious and might need to talk to someone about it. So definitely look into therapy. Tip number 3 is to manage your finances and create a budget. I don't know about you, but for me, when my finances and my budget is not in place and I have all these bills and I overspend and all these things, I'm going to feel more anxious. I'm going to feel more stressed out. I'm going to feel like I need to compensate and work more. Therefore, I'll work more, pick up more shifts, and have more burnout. So if you stay on track of your finances, meaning you set a monthly budget, let's say your budget is, for this month, I'm only going to spend X amount of dollars on shopping, X amount of dollars on groceries. You do that, you will be more in control, and therefore you will feel less anxious, or you will feel less stressed out. Less stress equals less burnout and less time working. Okay, because you don't need to pick up all those feel the need to pick up all those extra shifts to pay off all those bills and those debts. We won't feel as much pressure on ourselves to work to make up for it if we know we have a good control of our finances. Okay.
Hey y'all, so this is me in post-production. I just wanted to add that this is something that not everybody can do, depending on their lifestyle, depending on their finances, depending on their situation, if they have kids or not. This will look different for everybody, but the point is to at least be on top of it and keep track of your finances, and to actively be intentional with it. That will make the biggest difference.
The next thing to talk about is your health. Oh my god, this is like number one. This should have been number one. You want to make sure that you are prioritizing yourself. Yes, we take care of other people, but we should also take care of ourselves, take care of our bodies. So number one, you want to check with your doctor to see if you're deficient in any nutrients. For example, me, I found out that I was deficient in iron. This was leading to me feeling really low energy. I was feeling cold all the time and tired. This will obviously affect how I function at work, my energy levels, and therefore can lead to me feeling burnt out easier. So you want to make sure you're taking your supplements, getting your irons, getting your levels checked. Just make sure your body health wise is good. Eat well. So it's so important to bring enough fuel to fuel your body. This is going to be different for everybody because everybody eats so differently, and everyone eats like quantity wise. Some people eat more during the day, some people eat less during the day, but you want to make sure you have enough food to fuel you to last the day. If you need to bring breakfast, lunch, and a dinner for your 12-hour shift, then do that. If you need to bring just a lunch and like little snacks, do that. If you can make it healthy, if you can meal prep, that will make your life so much easier. You can even look into meal prep services where they'll prep the meals for you, deliver them at your house, and all you have to do is bring them to work. You can do that too. Again, I don't have the budget for that, so I usually make my own meals, or I bring whatever I have for dinner that day. Some snacks, because sometimes we don't even have time. We're like go on the unit that we don't even have time to sit down and have a proper meal. So if you have like a snack on the go, you can like at least munch on and keep your energy levels up. Oh my god, this is so important. It's so hard. I'm even working on this. So it's so important to get enough sleep. We should be getting like 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day. It's so hard to do that when you are, especially if you're a night shift nurse, you do nights. It's hard. Your schedule will be all over the place. I do both days and nights, and it is very challenging. But having a good sleep regimen and having a good sleep routine will help you. If that means you have to go to bed earlier, start getting ready for bed early, start unwinding earlier. Some people, they like or like for me, I like drinking tea before bed. That helps relax me. I like incorporating that into my routine, so I do that every single day. Some people like reading, some people like taking a warm bath. Whatever it is to signal to your body that you're winding down and getting ready for bed, you need to do that earlier so that you can have enough sleep. Okay, this is hard. I'm still working on it myself. I feel like I have a lot more other tips that I can share with you guys, but I'm gonna just keep it short for you guys now. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next one.